Welcome to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your host, Jenn, talking wellness and weight loss for real life. We're here to clear up the myths, misinformation, bad science, and marketing to teach you how to eat and how to cheat. Are you ready? I'm having salad with a side of fries. This week, we're talking about nightshades. So this came up a little bit ago on one of my wellness webinars, and I made a note for us to address it here. So maybe you've heard someone suggest that you stay away from nightshades. So I want to answer the question about what does that even mean? Why might someone want to pay close attention to these foods? And, when do we do that? So first, what the hell are they? Okay, nightshades are a group of vegetables, some fruits, and even some spices. They're technically the edible parts of flowering plants in the, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but I think it's pronounced Solanaceae family. Whatever. It's the Latin genus species of this group of foods. But I have to tell you, it's like the only thing that groups them together. Right? So technically, the category is over 2,000 varieties of plants. But some of them that we might want to stay away from are a pretty short list. And, the truth is, many of the ones that we eat are very common. Like one study called them, quote, staple foods of many societies for hundreds of years. So this is a situation where it's not new to nature molecules. So what are they? So the most common ones that we eat are white potatoes, tomatoes and tomatillos, tobacco, which is actually a poison to the human body, eggplant, bell peppers, cayenne pepper, crushed red pepper, chili powder, paprika, goji berries, Cape gooseberries, and ashwagandha. So we think about a lot of these foods, also realize that this extends to foods that are made with these ingredients, like potato starch or hot sauce, marinara sauce, ketchup, salsa, right? So the catch with these is that they contain an alkaloid called solanine. So again, you're sort of thinking, what the hell does this mean? Alkaloids are an organic compound that contains at least one nitrogen atom. And in high concentrations, this can be toxic. The reality is, though, most of us are probably not getting these in high enough concentrations for it to qualify that way. And studies of nightshades are really mixed and basically inconclusive in their findings as to, understanding what happens. But people report that they experience pain or an inflammatory response, which is sometimes relieved when eliminating these foods. So in my mind, as I try to reconcile all of this, I think, between the studies and what people report, it's most likely that some people have an allergy or sensitivity to these foods. And that in turn is what's causing the inflammation or an immune response, right? Alternatively, it's possible that these foods throw off someone's pH balance. And so the symptoms they experience are really from their body compensating, which is the body trying to return to balance. So really quick side note on inflammation. Almost anything that ends in itis is inflammation. So in particular, nightshades come into the conversation when people talk about joint pain or inflammation of the joints. They also come up when we talk about irritable bowel disease, gastritis, or other autoimmune conditions. So if you experience such symptoms, you may want to eliminate nightshades, right? So here are some easy substitutes. If you're a note taker, grab a pen or the Notes app on your phone. Easy substitutes: sweet potatoes, avocado, Brussels sprouts, Jerusalem artichokes, pesto to replace your tomato sauce. Choose citrus fruits because they have a lot of vitamin C, and a lot of the nightshades give you a lot of vitamin C. And eat tons of dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens. But here's the thing about it, right? And this sort of is similar to the conversation we had a while ago about gluten. Because if you don't experience these inflammatory response or these symptoms, don't eliminate these foods. Nightshade vegetables are nutrient dense, exactly what we're looking for, right? They're giving our body vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, right? All the things that give us health benefits. So in general, we want to eat nutrient dense foods. And we want those foods to be varied so that we're getting a variety of vitamins and minerals. So it's absolutely beneficial to our health to have all of these varieties. And unnecessarily or arbitrarily removing foods from our diet does not directly translate to health. Make sense? So if you don't have a reason to eliminate them, don't. If you think that nightshades may be contributing to symptoms you're experiencing, then you can do an elimination diet. So to do this, you remove them from your nutrition for about 2 weeks. You may want to do a gentle detox for that first week. And you can go back to our detox episode from January of 2020 for that one. But so then after the 2 weeks of total elimination, take note of your symptoms. How are you feeling? Better, worse, the same compared to before the elimination. Then you'll try each food individually. So for example, we'll start with eggplant. So you do the 2 weeks, then you start with the eggplant. You have one serving at one meal, and then nothing again for 72 hours. And take note of what you're experiencing. Are your symptoms better, worse, the same? Like the eye doctor. Better, worse, the same. Then you repeat and test each one. So maybe your next one is white potatoes. One serving at one meal and nothing for 72 hours. Check in with your symptoms. And you just keep repeating until you determine if you feel better. And if you do, which ones, help relieve the symptoms, eliminating which ones helps relieve which symptoms. So it's not easy. It requires a greater commitment to nutritional interventions to your symptoms for sure, but it might be the right thing for you. So just to sum this up, nightshades are a group of vegetables, fruits, and even spices to which some people may have an allergy or sensitivity, which can cause an inflammatory response in the body or a shift in their pH balance. They're often tied to joint pain, autoimmune diseases, right, and inflammation in the gut. So those people may want to try an elimination diet to see if removing the foods improves their symptoms. Nightshade foods are white potatoes, tomatoes, tomatillos, tobacco, eggplant, bell peppers, cayenne pepper, crushed red pepper, chili powder, paprika, the goji berries, ashwagandha, and I believe there's one more that I'm forgetting, but you can go back and listen in a minute. And here's the thing to really remember. If you do not have these inflammatory or autoimmune systems, there is no reason to remove these nutrient-dense foods from your nutrition. Good?
Good.
Any questions on nightshades? Now that talking about nightshades just makes you want to go to sleep?
No, but it's interesting. And I don't think I have an issue with nightshades. If I do, I'm unaware of it. But many of those go into the turkey chili that we make. Like half of the turkey chili includes nightshades because I didn't know the whole thing about the red pepper and the paprika. I knew the eggplant, which in a pinch I could give up eggplant. Tomatoes, I'd have a harder time with.
Yeah. But if you don't need to, don't do it. The moral of the story. All right. Well, William, once again, thank you for being here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything.
Happy everything, everybody. As always, I'm your host, Jenn Trepeck. Connect with me on Instagram at Jenn Trepeck, JENNTREPECK. Our Facebook page is at the same handle, and just DM me. I want to hear from you, whether it's your questions, your ideas, a key takeaway. It's also the best way to reach out to learn more about working with me directly. And of course, if you're not already a member, join our membership program by going to glow.fm/salad with a side of fries to show your support for this podcast, this community, and most importantly, your own health. Plus, you'll get this week's recipe for the peppermint fudge energy balls, or just fudge energy balls if you're not a mint person. although I like the idea of using the broken candy canes. And you get to book this month your one-on-one session with me, because for real, I'm so excited to chat with you. So truly, I wish you and yours a most wonderful holiday season to close this crazy year. And we'll see you here next Wednesday for one more episode in 2020. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of Salad with a Side of Fries. Congratulations for making yourself and your health a priority. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. Share us with a friend, and we'll be back next week. Always remember, you deserve it, and you are worth it. Happy healthy.